Good evening. We begin tonight with the festive spirit alive and well in the city's East End as the holiday parade season continues right across the region. Now in Orléans at the 27th annual Santa Parade of Lights, it traveled down Saint-Joseph Boulevard, and that's where CTV's Camille Wilson was earlier this evening. Now back from Orleans in studio for a recap. Camille, how'd it go?
Kimberley, Santa has officially arrived in Orleans. A night filled with lights, cheer, fun, excitement, getting people in the mood for one of the most festive and busiest times of year. You could definitely feel the joy from all who lined the street tonight as they waited for the arrival of old Saint Nick, giving him a warm welcome. Hundreds of children and families lined St. Joseph Street to see the most famous guy this time of year. Some for the first time.
It's a very magical moment.
Merry Christmas.
Parents Allie and Nick James are excited to celebrate their twins' first Christmas and their first Christmas in Orleans.
It's actually our first one. We just bought a home in Orleans.
This is the 27th year of the Orleans Santa's Parade of Lights. Many are already getting into the Christmas spirit.
We do every year. It's such a great parade. Good to get the community together. We just love it.
Some families say this is their favorite part of the holiday season, building lasting memories.
This is like the kickoff for us to start up like everything. So now it's Christmas light shows and cotton candy and making cookies.
This is actually my first time, and I've wanted to go since I was their age, so I'm really excited.
Ottawa firefighters and volunteers were out along the parade route collecting cash donations and unwrapped gifts to support CTV and Move 100's toy mounting campaign.
I've been coming to this parade since I was a very little kid. My dad was on the job in the old days.
And nearly 70 floats with bands, dancers, school and community groups, old age homes coming together for the annual parade.
But it's the community that throws it, right? So we're just a small wheel, in a very big machine.
We love to be a part of the community.
We're dancing in the street, listening to the music, and waiting for Santa.
And when asked what's on the list to tell Santa,
maybe a computer or something. A toaster, an insanity Nerf gun, things in general. As long as I get a present, then I'm fine. Yeah, great, that's a good one. ATV, a PlayStation.
But more importantly for the James family.
Spending time with the family. Enjoying the little moments.
The smiles on the faces says it all. The kids are ready. One told me she's really looking forward to the Christmas holidays and no homework. I take it as that will be the best gift of all for her. I tell you, the parades continue to get me more excited for the Christmas season. Visit our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca, to find out when Santa Claus is coming to your town. Kimberley.
Camille, quickly, what's on your Christmas list?
I don't know. Last week when I spoke to a child, I told him a Lamborghini. So, I'm looking forward to that being underneath my Christmas tree.
Absolutely love that. CTV's Camille Wilson reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Camille. All right, we'll take our first check of weather right now. Again, a chilly evening here in the capital. We'll quickly take a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam. We are sitting at, again, a chilly -3 degrees here in the capital right now. First check of weather, we have a chance of some flurries that we'll be dealing with here in the overnight hours and some more continuing on into Sunday. We have a mix of sun and cloud for your Monday as well. The next 24 hours, again, we're going to see some snow rolling through the area this weekend. Now, earlier in the week, the province was hit with a lot of snow. We'll get to that later. So we do have an 80% chance of some showers in the morning. And again, snow will be sticking with us right throughout the day. A man in Westport, Ontario is now facing half a dozen charges following an intimate partner violence investigation. On Tuesday, Ontario Provincial Police arrested the man after he refused to leave a residence. He is now charged with assault, 3 counts of break and enter with the intent to commit an indictable offense, mischief, criminal harassment, and failure to comply with a release order. Now, in order to safeguard the identity of the victim, the accused cannot be named. Well, weekend construction has caused traffic slowdowns on the Queensway. 3 westbound lanes are shut down between Vanier Parkway and Nicholas Street for a water valve repair. And paired along with long-term construction already in place on the highway, that's adding to commuter frustration. CTV's Josh Moreno has more on how drivers are getting around.
Stoppages and construction along the Queensway are nothing new to Ottawa drivers, especially in recent years.
It's affecting time, but 2 lanes 2 lanes working, but it's slow.
However, for cab driver Garish Berry, maneuvering city streets for over 40 years, frustration is starting to boil over.
A lot of traffic all the time, you know, even you go in the afternoon, anytime you go on the highway, it's always back up because the construction.
3 westbound lanes on the Queensway are closed all weekend from Vanier Parkway to Nicholas Street as crews work on a damaged water main valve. For some drivers, the construction feels like it will never end.
I use Google Maps a lot to try to avoid construction areas, but it can definitely be an inconvenience.
It's like forever. I don't leave now. I plan my day, but even at that, I'm stuck in traffic constantly.
But it's not just the highway. Commuters looking for detours met with even more construction and congestion, especially along Vanier Parkway, where westbound ramps are closed, and Coventry Road.
I don't understand what's going on. It's like there's construction absolutely everywhere in the city, all at the same time.
Before the COVID, you know, like the construction started on a highway there. It didn't never ending, you know, like a 6-7 year now. It's terrible traffic all the time. It's not only rush hour.
For Barry, he says getting around town this year has been more difficult than he remembers, and it's had a toll on business.
Before it was, you know, like it was not that bad, only the rush hour, you know, you see 2-3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon. But now, every time you go on a highway, it's back up. It's taking time, you know, like it's taking a lot of time to get through there.
Josh Morano, CTV News.
Well, one of Ottawa's largest holiday markets is back this weekend. The annual 613 Christmas Market ushers in the start of the holiday shopping season. You don't want to miss out on the ever-changing marketplace that features eclectic and handmade goods, great food, and one-of-a-kind items. The market features about 200 vendors at the Carleton University Fieldhouse, and it's also a preview for the 613 Holiday Night Market that will be taking place every Friday evening leading up to Christmas over at Lansdowne. Well, the Ottawa Black Bears in the National Lacrosse League return to the capital tonight. Now, the Bears welcomed the San Diego Seals to the Canadian Tire Centre for the team's home opener.
On the delay of game, Hellier down, in front, scores!
Ooh, on the power play, Larson Sundown with the pretty goal there. This was a part of a flurry of goals for the Bears in the second quarter, scoring 4 goals in 3 minutes. Now, new to Ottawa this year, Rob Hellier gets in on the action, scoring 2 goals in the third. This is against his former team too. But despite a busy fourth quarter and cutting the lead to 1 late in the game, the Black Bears fall 16-13 to the Seals. Ottawa's off next week, but they're back for week 3 at home against the Saskatchewan Rush, that is, on December the 12th. And the rivalry continues for the Carleton Ravens and Ottawa GGs at the annual Colonel By Classics men's and women's hockey games. Now, the women's game kicked off at 1 o'clock and the men's game faced off at 4. Now, fans took in the action of the crosstown rival doubleheader at the arena at TD Place. Now, the GGs took down the Ravens 4-1 in the women's game. And as for the men's game, the GGs, they made it a sweep. They downed the Ravens 6-4 in their matchup. And we now know who will be going for gold for Canada in women's curling at the Winter Olympic Games in Italy.
Needs the floor, don't go too far, and she'll spill away. And the hands come out. Rachel Holman will go to Cortina.
Ottawa's own Rachel Holman and her team dominated 12-3 in the second game of the best-of-3 final this afternoon against Christina Black and the team from Nova Scotia. Holman represented Canada at the Olympics in 2018, but finished off the podium. Now, her rinker also the defending world champions. The women's curling at Milano Cortina Winter Games, well, they kick off on February the 12th. All right, coming up, a story of 2 winter wonderlands across Ontario this weekend. We enjoyed some sunshine and outdoor skating here, while other regions, they're digging out from a winter storm. We'll have a look at your extended forecast when we come back. Very festive, very colorful. The Bell Media building is lit up bigger and brighter this year, thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. All right, let's take a check of the weather, what's happening right across the region. Look at Spark Street there behind me, but across Ontario, Many are digging themselves out and cleaning up after being slammed by a multi-day storm. Some areas saw upwards of 70 centimeters of snow. This is a look at Barrie, Ontario, where residents started shoveling yesterday. The storm also knocked out power to about thousands of Hydro One customers. This is a look at Wingham, Ontario, near the London area, where they got about 30 centimeters of snow. Environment Canada also issued snowfall warnings for parts of southern and southwestern Ontario, including areas along the eastern shore and Lake Huron and regions off of Georgian Bay. A quick look here at Oshawa. Lots of snow there. They got about 15 centimeters of snow cleaning up for that, but the snow wasn't that bad in this area compared to others. Now, closer to home, take a look at this. Different story for us. No snow, but we got a few flurries here and there, and many were out and about enjoying outdoor skating rinks across the region. This is a look at the, it's outside City Hall at the Rink of Dreams. It's not open yet, but crews tell us that we could see that open on December 5th or 6th. That's next weekend. So again, preparing for that. But again, lots of outdoor rinks open around the region. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. We're sitting at -5 degrees. A couple of flurries here and there, and the snow, it is on the way here for the Ottawa area. Take a look at our satellite radar again. We've got the cloud cover, the snow coming in the overnight hours. It'll be continuing on in toward Sunday as well. -6 for our overnight low here. We've got -5 for Cornwall and Brockville, -4 for Kingston, -7 in Trenton, looking at -10 with some snowfall in Bancroft and some flurry action as well, -8 for Pembroke and Kittigan-Zibi. In Gatineau there at -8, same thing for Maniwaki, Petawawa, Mont Tremblant, -5 with some clearer conditions toward Montreal, -6 with some snowfall for Kemptville. As for tomorrow, we will see a mix of sun and cloud. Again, a lot of the snowfall should be happening in toward the earlier hours of the day. -6 for Ottawa is our high. -5 for Cornwall, -4 for Brockville. We're looking at -3 for Kingston as well as Trenton, -7 for Gatineau. Same thing for Maniwaki. They're going to see a bit more sunshine though up there. -3 for Montreal with some clearer conditions, -4 for Kemptville. Now here's a look at what's happening for the next 7 days ahead. Sunday, we do have some snow in the forecast. We will see, again, the majority of it in the morning hours, a mix of sun and cloud on Monday. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, more snow off and on throughout the week.
Well, I'm picking it on a mix of thickness and height.
Me too, girl, me too. All right, up next, hunting for the perfect tree while supporting a local cause. A handful of organizations launched their Christmas sale campaigns this weekend. Well, Toronto's annual celebration of light is on full display after the city's official Christmas tree was lit in front of City Hall. Now, the celebration featured live music, a DJ, and decorating workshops. Plus, there was free skating on the outdoor ice rink by the iconic Toronto sign out in Nathan Phillips Square. And many of us here in the Ottawa area are now on the hunt for the perfect Christmas tree for our homes. Tree farms are pairing with local charities to support local organizations in the Ottawa community. CTV's Natalie Van Roy has more on a number of those local initiatives giving back this holiday season.
Hundreds of Christmas trees being unloaded outside the Royal, Ottawa's mental health centre. For those buying the perfect tree, the funds raised are also helping those struggling this holiday season.
Programs at the Royal that are not traditionally funded by the government. It could be stuff for cognitive development or any other kind of mental health programming.
It's a cause that resonates deeply with Guy Warwick. He's been getting his tree here for 20 years.
I think all of us know somebody in their family who's been affected by mental health. My mom certainly had that burden when she was alive, and it's a great way to support the hospital.
The public jumping in to help to unload 1,000 fresh trees, all different shapes and sizes, smelling like fresh pine.
We were a little bit late having the trees arrive, several hours late, so we have a lot of the general public that have decided to just chip in and help out and get us going so we can start selling our trees today.
We try to get here the first weekend. There's been years where it sells out in the first weekend, so we learned our lesson a couple of years ago.
And it takes a while to pick the perfect one.
Also had to pick our grandparents' tree, and they wanted like a big tree, so I went to the biggest section.
Which one appeals to you? Channel the Charlie Brown in you and pick one that goes with what you've got going on in the house.
These Ottawa residents have a way of picking the right one.
Well, I'm picking it on a mix of thickness and height and how it feels when you hug it.
Over at the Gloucester Lions Club, tree sales will fund a number of charity initiatives.
It's been our main fundraiser basically for over 50 years. All the money goes to charity. We're all volunteers.
John Barrett says they are hoping to sell out this entire batch
We like to sell them
right in time for the holiday season. Natalie Van Roy, CTV News.
About 1 in 5 Canadians suffers from chronic pain, and some treatments can be very expensive. After the break, we'll have more on a newer therapy to treat pain that works without drugs. It's estimated 1 in 5 Canadians suffers from chronic pain, which is pain that lasts consistently for more than 3 months. The economic burden for patients is upwards of $40 billion. CTV's Pauline Chan looks at a new therapy that works without drugs.
It was a shard of glass from a sliding door that changed Pauline Couture's life forever.
A triangle of glass just went in under my right knee and severed all the tendons in my right leg.
That was decades ago, and over the years she's tried painkillers, had 2 full knee replacements, massage, acupuncture, and Chinese herbal medications helped, but it was getting expensive to keep going so frequently.
A low-intensity laser therapy kept me out of a wheelchair for 8 years, but then the thing was deteriorating more. What I was doing was I was just gritting my teeth, and I was crushing teeth roots, clenching so badly all day.
But last September, she got into a pain clinic at UHN and learned about pain reprocessing therapy, or PRT.
They don't have any structural problem that is causing the pain anymore. Whatever caused the pain has healed, and now it is that signal that persists in the body, alerting them that there is pain, but actually it is just the signal malfunctioning.
After just 2 sessions, Pauline decided to try walking home, but by the second light, she felt the pain coming on.
You take slow, deep breath, and you put your hand on your belly and your hand on your chest.
She made it home by herself that evening.
I can walk 12,000 steps in one day now. I couldn't even have imagined that 6 months ago.
PRT is usually given for 8 sessions, and it is covered by OHIP, but because it began in Canada in 2021, Dr. Andrea Furlan says it was overshadowed by COVID.
I'd like to see Ontario declare chronic pain a disease the way Quebec has. Chronic care patients in Ontario cost 51% more every year because they go to the doctor more, they need more imaging, they use more drugs.
Dr. Furlan says PRT benefits patients as well as the healthcare system with a reduction of lost work hours, drug and other therapy costs. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
Well, after the break, taking a dip for a good cause. We'll have more from the 7th annual Movember Dip in Lake Ontario. Plus, we'll have one more look at your weekend forecast when we come back.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
We do have some flurry action in the overnight. We'll take a look at your wake-up weather. -5 degrees again, some flurries that we'll be dealing with in the overnight hours, and again in the morning toward the noon hour for your Sunday. We could see +2 for our high tomorrow, but again, snow is in the forecast, and then we have some more snow to round us off during the week. So it's coming here to the Ottawa area. Well, more than 200 swimmers plunged into a frigid Lake Ontario today. Oh, check out those suits as well. Getting cold for a good cause. This is a look at those brave souls running into the chilly water at the 7th annual Movember Polar Dip in Toronto. The event raises money and awareness on reducing the stigma around men's physical and mental health. Now, organizers say this year's Movember campaign has raised about $20,000. Good for those guys. Yeah, cold day, but good on them for doing it. All right, well, that's CTV News for this Saturday, November the 29th. CTV News continues online anytime with our digital team keeping you up to date at ctvnewsottawa.ca. You can also watch our newscast live on the CTV News app anytime. And for news on the go, listen to News Talk Radio 580 CFRA. For all of us here at CTV News, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Until then, have a good one.